Alright, what's up everyone? I'm Solitude. This is going to be somewhat of a quick video because as I was watching a friend play through The Last of Us Part 2 again, I noticed something that I missed the first time and that a lot of people have been talking about, or I should say not talking about. Obviously, before we get any further, there's going to be major spoilers ahead, so you've been warned. But pretty much at the end of the game, when Ellie is fighting Abby in the water, she's pretty much winning the fight, and at one point she pins Abby underwater and is essentially drowning her. But right before she does that, she has a flashback of Joel playing the guitar on a porch, and then she decides to, stop and let Abby go. People are saying that this is stupid because if anything, having the flashback of Joel should have pissed her off and she should have went through with killing Abby. But what they fail to remember, and the reason that this whole scene makes sense, is that when they show you the full flashback, it's ultimately about Ellie forgiving Joel for saving her from the Fireflies, and according to Ellie, robbing her life of having meaning. Or I should say that Ellie was going to try to forgive Joel. She wanted to forgive Joel, and that's it. The flashback is about forgiveness. It's not about revenge. And with that being said, if anything doesn't make sense, it's saying that Ellie letting Abby go doesn't make sense. The flashback takes place like the day before Joel dies or whatever, and obviously he dies, and Ellie never has a chance to forgive him or even try to forgive him. Even though she was pissed off at Joel, she obviously still cared for him. But again, now she doesn't have the chance to forgive him. And I know some people are going to say, exactly, now she can't forgive Joel. It's more of a reason to get revenge, but that's missing. The whole point of the flashback is for Ellie to be able to forgive. Like I said in my last video, it just shows the evolution of Ellie's character. Now, I know people say it's, not within their character or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, it's the people that wrote the character get to decide what the character does. So I don't know how that makes sense from a consumer standpoint, but I guess, people argue what they want to argue. But again, this whole flashback about forgiveness had a huge influence on Ellie letting Abby go. I've seen the argument that leaving Abby and Lev alive is also leaving the possibility for revenge alive, because who's to say Abby and or Lev won't come back for Ellie or Tommy. And all I have to say to that is Lev doesn't really have a reason to come back because Ellie let Abby go. If Ellie killed Abby, I could see Lev being pissed off and wanting revenge, and Abby already spared Ellie twice. Abby had moved on. Like, she didn't care about Ellie or Tommy. She was just doing her own thing, minding her own business with Lev, looking for the Fireflies. It was Ellie who came back looking for Abby to try and get revenge for what happened. All of which, or I should say most of which, is a direct result of Ellie and even Joel, who kickstarted the whole thing. Again, like I said in my last video, the only difference is that because of our prior investment in Joel and Ellie, they're the good guys. But like I also said in that video, in Abby's story, which the game does a good job putting you in her perspective, Joel and Ellie are the villains. I don't want to spend this whole time repeating what I already said, so if you want to go watch that video, I'll link it in the description below. Plus, getting back on track, Ellie essentially saves Abby and Lev. Well, Ellie cuts loose Abby, who cuts loose Lev, but my point being, if it wasn't for Ellie, Abby and Lev would have died on those pillars. To be fair, is there a possibility of Abby and or Lev coming back for revenge? For whatever reason, yeah, I guess. But if you had to ask me, it's a 0.01% chance, if not lower. But again, to get to the point of this video, Ellie lets Abby go because the flashback that she had wasn't one of revenge for Abby killing Joel. Like I said, it was one of forgiveness. But what the hell do I know? I'm gonna leave the cutscene after this, just so you can watch it again for yourself. But yeah, that's just the way I see it. I'd love to know your opinion down in the comments, but to be honest, unless you've actually played the full game and came up with an opinion on your own, I don't know how serious I'll be able to take your opinion, but I guess, I'm not gonna ignore it. I'm just, I don't know, fuck, whatever. That's gonna be it for this video. I'm Failure7x. Thank you for watching, and yeah, here's the cutscene.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where'd you get that?
Those people that came through last week.
Oh.
A little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but it's not bad.
had Seth under control.
Yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No. No, that was just one kiss. It doesn't mean anything. She just, I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
So stupid.
Look, I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I'd like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.